a culinary journey through Wild West saloons. Welcome, folks. Today, we're saddling up for a culinary journey back to the Wild West, where saloons were more than just watering holes. They were the heart and soul of frontier life. So grab your cowboy hat and let's dive into what those rugged cowboys enjoyed after a long day of wrangling cattle or dodging outlaws. Picture this: a dusty trail, the sun setting behind the mountains, and you finally spot a saloon. You push open the swinging doors, and the first thing that hits you is the smell. Smoky, hearty, and just a little bit mysterious. Saloons were bustling hubs where weary travelers gathered to share tales of adventure over a plate of grub and a mug of something strong. Now, let's kick things off with a fun tidbit. Many saloons offered what was known as a free lunch, but there was a catch. Order 2 drinks and you could feast on whatever salty snacks they had available. Think cold cuts, bread, or even fried fish. This clever marketing tactic ensured that patrons stayed thirsty thanks to the salty snacks and kept ordering drinks. After whetting your appetite with those free snacks, let's talk about the hearty fare that filled the saloon tables. Beans, the cowboy's best friend. These little legumes were cheap, filling, and packed with protein. You could say they were the original power food of the frontier. Cornbread, fluffy and slightly sweet. Cornbread was often served alongside stews. Game meats, venison, rabbit, and even rattlesnake made appearances on saloon menus. If you were lucky, you might get a hearty stew that would make your taste buds dance. But be warned, eating at a Wild West saloon could be an adventure in bravery. One day it might be delicious venison stew. The next, it could be something unidentifiable. Pickled eggs, a favorite snack for many patrons. They were cheap and could be found sitting on the bar alongside pretzels and salted peanuts. Just don't ask what's in them. Mystery is part of the charm. Now that we've got our bellies rumbling, let's wash it down with some drinks. Whiskey was king in these parts. Smooth enough to take the edge off, but strong enough to make you forget about that questionable stew you just ate. Sarsaparilla, often referred to as cowboy root beer, this sweet beverage was popular among those who preferred something non-alcoholic. Imagine John Wayne sipping sarsaparilla instead of whiskey. Beer, a staple for many. Saloons often served local brews that could range from refreshing to downright flat. Coffee, strong enough to stand a spoon in. Cowboy coffee was brewed over an open fire and often tasted like it had been filtered through a saddlebag. As we wrap up our journey through these rowdy establishments, remember this quote from legendary cowboy Wyatt Earp: "Fast is fine, but accuracy is everything." Whether it was aiming for that last shot of whiskey or trying not to spill your beans while telling tall tales, life in the Wild West was all about balance. So next time you sit down for dinner or grab a drink with friends, think back to those brave souls who tamed the frontier with their grit and their appetite. Until next time, keep your spurs jingling and your plates full. For more interesting food history tales, please like and subscribe. And remember, if life gives you mystery stew, well, maybe just stick with beans.